Hello, this is our first Saturday, chapter 4. We've been back 2 full days, and this is technically our break day, but Maty wanted to work because he's going back early, so I'm working with Maty. You're looking at the foss as it is now after 2 days working. We've got all of the manhole covers on, we've got all of the pipework to the building pretty well in and buried, and you can see the two grey pipes, which is effectively the air takeoff from the tanks, the methane takeoff, which will go up to the building and up the building side and out through by the roof. That's the pipe that'll come to the secondary tank, which will just be pumped up to the filter beds. As you can see, the weather's been really nice since we've been back. Hot. We've had a couple of showers, sharp showers, but other than that it's been really hot. First 2 days they were all moaning it was too hot, so you can't win with this mob. You can see the pad all still sitting there. As I say, we've started to get all the pipe work in down there. It's pretty well all in, so there'll be a backfill tomorrow. We've got another maybe 2 of these concrete things to bring them up to the ground height, but we can start backfilling all of this tomorrow now the concrete's going off. The foss tanks are actually filling at the moment with groundwater that's coming up from all our excavation. So we're allowing it to go into the tanks so that we can actually use that for building work. So getting on reasonably well. Maty here as usual doing nothing. Idling by. This is normal posture. And here we've been experimenting with casting our own stone blocks. The reason for this is because we've got a number of corners all around the building. I want, for ease, rather than us having to cut the stone, I'm experimenting whether we can actually cast the corner blocks and produce our own colour like, which we can use in the building, which makes it much easier. They're engineered size, so they'll be easier to lay, and then round the front of the building we'll use the natural stone. All the corners will be done with these cornerstones that we're manufacturing. We've just cast 2. And here is our inventive fan. What this is doing is actually vibrating the table. I've cut some of the fins so that the fan now is off centre, it's vibrating, so it's vibrating the table to hopefully draw all of the air out of the 2 casts. If this works, then this will be our standard method of manufacture. We'll be making 4 blocks at a time. We made 1 block, sample one there the other day, just using our local sand and white cement, and that's our test piece. We want it slightly darker than that, so what we've actually done is put some colourant in these 2 to see if it actually works, and we'll gauge that whether we need any more or less once they're cast, and we've opened them up tomorrow. Once they're cast, then what we do is we hand sandpaper the edges and the face to rough it up to make it look like stone. And as you see, that looks quite good. It's just a wee bit pale compared to the stone around it. So we're hoping just to redden it and darken it down slightly. So we put some yellow and red in to see what happens. Signing off.
Hello Ben, it's Rachel here. This is day 5 of this trip. Just bringing you down to show you that building has commenced. They are now doing the block work. Over here is a production line of blocks they're making to simulate the stone, and over here is where they're actually building them. You can see all the framework up for the doors. Once they get a bit higher they'll put the framework in for the windows as well. Rob's laying here and Father's laying here. Looks a bit mental at the minute with all the woodwork everywhere and strips holding the frames in place. But hey, there's a serious amount of blocks got delivered this morning. Well, there you go, that's progress so far. Long way to go yet. Catch you later.
Short update. This is the 3rd day we've been actually putting the blocks down. As you can see, my favourite saying, We've got up to 4 courses now on 3 sides of the building. All the door frames are now in position. The 2 at the bottom are the main doors for the Gites. This one here is more of a artistic frame. It's where the original barn door was, so we've had to put it back so it looks like the original buildings. It won't be a door opening, but it'll just be 3 frames, glass frames. That particular one at the back is the main veranda doors out onto the patio area. That's the main entrance to the chambre d'hôte, and that's where the garage will be, garage entrance. So as you can see, we're getting on quite well. We should have all of the building contained tomorrow. This wall up by 4 courses, and the 2 dividing walls, the one between the 2-storey and the single-storey, and the far wall will be the separation of the 2 Gites. So they'll all be in compartments. I've got to mark the walls where to put some wall ties to lock the internal walls together, because we're not keying them to the outside wall, or we're not interlocking them, so we don't have any damp issues because it's only a single skin. But as you can see, you can get some idea of the size of this building now. It's been an absolutely beautiful day today. Not a cloud literally all day has been in the sky. Been 38, 39 degrees, which is warm. Trying to work in this temperature, we're having to drink lots and lots of liquids and take a rest every so often. 2 lads are complaining bitterly because of the weather being too hot to work, but this is what we came to France for. So as far as we're concerned, or I'm concerned, this is exactly why we're here, to absorb this weather and encourage tourists to come and see us, because we have good weather. We have a pile of roadstone there, which will be put down here. We're still waiting for some pipes I forgot to bring with me. Rose has mailed them to us, so we've got 3 or 4 entrance points into the sewer system to be closed off along here, and then we're going to put roadstone all the way down this section, to aid us with the building, but obviously to act as a base for all of the decking long term. So made a decision today not to use the blocks we've been manufacturing over the last few days. Right over there, concrete blocks. Not comfortable with using them. Not so keen on the colour and the structural integrity of them. I'm concerned that they'll break down over a few winters. So we're abandoning using blocks like that for the keystones on the corners, and we're going to get what is basically like a veneer stone that we actually mortar to the building and then key round it. It's not as nice a solution, but they don't have limestone in this locality, so I can't buy limestone shale to make those blocks. And the sand we're using is very hard and it makes it very coarse, so we've decided, or I've decided, not to use it. There you are, you can see the extent of the walls we've completed, and we'll be on it again tomorrow. Good night.